you have been hired in a role and you are a 5-star actor, but you're such a good actor that the lines are being fed to you and you don't have any idea what the movie is about. Now, you might have feelings coming in about something, but the lines are being fed and just spoken, and you're hearing the speaking at the same time it's being spoken. So you don't get confused as to who the speaker and listener is, because you're hearing this speaking coming from here, and there's just speaking and listening. Because here's another form that's here. You haven't been given a line or a script to say, this is who this character is that you're talking to, and you need to talk to them in this way, or do this, or do that. And remember, the last time you talked to them, they were really having a bad day, so you might want to cheer them up. It's not like that. There's a form right in front of you, and lines are being read that you're listening to, and that other form is then speaking, and you're listening to that. And it's just a beautiful symphony.
Yeah. And all the feelings are in it too, so. You know.
Yes. But again, it's as the act, like the actors that are acting with you in this drama, you don't know them. You don't know anything about them. You haven't put a story on them. Like I said, you didn't sit there and say, wow, last time I saw Joe, he was really bummed out about, something that happened at his house or on vacation and this and that. A, maybe I should avoid Joe, or B, maybe I should cheer Joe up. It's not like that, because you're not there to form this thought train, this I am somebody else that's approaching another. It's just speaking. You're listening to the speaking as it's spoken.
And then the appropriate speech comes out, right?
Seemingly, yes. Because you're not thinking about appropriate. It's not. I mean, you don't just go up to somebody and say, "Hey, F you," or what. It's not like that. It's just because it's your own self. You just know this.
Yeah.
Even if that self, again, the example of being on the train, somebody steps on your foot, looks you right in the eye, smiles, doesn't care that they stepped on your foot, but now it's on you. You understand it's on you to respond that something outside of you has happened, or remain with yourself where 5 seconds later you've forgotten the whole ordeal. It's only when the mind takes it as this guy just stepped on your foot and smiled. Yeah. Who the hell does he think he is?
Yeah,
there's not a...
Yeah, that's the creative big time.
Exactly. Instead, it's going to be a momentary passing thing and an encounter with yourself in another form where neither form had anything inside of it that could do anything to the other.
Yeah, there's no victims or perpetrators.
No, it cannot be, because it's just the electricity that's providing the movement. Like we were talking about electricity earlier. It's just electricity that's providing the movement.
Yeah.
And the electricity is working through the conditioning, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. Through the ideas and beliefs and the concepts, through the conditioning and the concepts that this form has believed itself as a separate individual experiencing. And many of yourself out there have experienced things as if they were the individual experiencing them. It's still the selfless self. You know that. And the selfless self that you are knows that. But the conditioning that's being seen in front of you in another form will not behave like it knows that. But you know that even that, because it's all in the illusion, is all illusion. So remain with yourself. It's all about you. There are no others. Somebody steps on your foot, your selfless self is testing the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge. Like Maharaj says about being spat on. I don't know if I would deal with that, honestly, but spat on 50 times and then takes the guy out for lunch. What does that show?
Yeah.
It shows that it's very forgotten quickly. Forgive and forget instantaneously, because there's the knowing that it's just another form and there's not a possibility of someone in that form doing something to me. This is a test of my spiritual knowledge. I get spat on 50 times, but It's a test of my own self, and when I pass that test, pow, I take him out for lunch. He's no longer my enemy. He's no longer separate and apart from. I'm one with myself, the self.